I trade spot and futures on BYDFi, and if you want to set up an account now, send me a message once you've created your account with your username and UID on Telegram, and I'll put you into a randomly selected prize draw. I've got $10, $20 and $50 gift cards to give out, which basically go against your trading fees, giving you free trading fees basically until the gift cards run out. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. So when it comes to making charts and trades and investments and working out what's best between them all, sometimes you've got to look at the long view, and sometimes you've got to play the long game, which means that you're not in any massive rush to make immediate cash because it's not a trade, you're investing in something. And the best way to invest would be when things are relatively low, when the risk to reward is high. When the overall market, like obviously we're talking about crypto market, is appearing to turn around, go bullish, and remain bullish for a period of years, that doesn't mean we're going to go only up. In fact, I'd probably go as far as to say is that we might actually be coming down at some point over the next month or so. It's undecided yet, bit of a grey area. But you've got to have a plan, haven't you? And if you want to build a portfolio, and there's a coin that I've not really spoken about, but Zcash, ZEC, I actually really quite like the look of. So what we've had here is obviously just like everything. We sort of had a massive alt season, and then a big drop, and then basically a parabolic run, like everything else, with these huge moves, even into the bear market, huge moves, and basically tailed off into the depths of despair, where we managed to sort of find a bottom, and we'll put it on a log scale just to narrow it out, a double bottom around 22, right? So if we think about buying into something like Zcash, we think, all right, 22 potential lows, maybe a few wicks below at best. What are we at the moment? 29. Okay, fine. So what's between here and there? All right, no big deal. That is looking at a 26% sort of area where you could think about buying on the way down for investment purposes, right? This is not an immediate trade. We're looking at this on a weekly. What we also look for is change of behaviours on charts, and what we see is for the first time since we lost this area all the way back here in April 2022, we've reclaimed it over the last month. It's a Bollinger Band Centre, 20 weekly, and not only that, 10 exponentials crossed above there. We've got the 21 exponential for the most part that we're surfing. So it actually looks quite good even now, right? Even now it kind of looks quite good. Well, I'm not under any illusion that this is going to fulfill my top targets, which is back into the hundreds anytime soon. But what I am thinking is that this is a chart that I actually like the look of. Now, if we take ourselves to the momentum and we have a look at something like the MACD, for instance, when you see a MACD snaking up like this over a prolonged period of time after being extremely oversold, making a positive cross down here, and basically pretty much consistently in the green and crossing up towards that 0 point, this points to a chart which has been accumulating as it's been building bullish divergence on a weekly, looking for a break at some point, and a break over a weekly chart. So that basically means that we're not looking to make $100, $200, $400 or more dollars per coin on this today or next week. This has been a move that's been pending for a while, and will take probably quite a while for it to fulfill. And I would expect something like this to come quite close to its previous highs, if not surpass them, which basically means several $100s per coin. They're currently trading at, like I say, $30, give or take. So the other thing that we'd look at outside of the bullish divergence on the weekly, which is a huge thing, is when is this going to really start to roar on a higher term time frame. So we look at the monthly. So the monthly has now proven to be pretty overextended as far as descending MACD is concerned. It will probably take into next year to start ticking up towards a green histogram. It takes a bit of time when you have something quite so dramatic as this. And again, this is a monthly chart, so this is a long, drawn out, patient waiting game. This is why this is an investment more than anything else. We'll be looking for this to start to reclaim moving averages as well, just like you would on any time frame. At the moment, we're getting rejected on the 10 exponential, but remember, this is the first time we've touched a 10 exponential since we lost it all the way around here, around May 2022. So we're starting to retest it now, getting rejected from it. The next one's going to be here. They're more or less all descending, and this is going to take a little bit of time for us to, first of all, just reclaim them, and then secondly, build a base above them. Once you've done that, we'll be looking at a bull market trend on something like this. So again, you're buying into the lows. This is low. This is very low for a coin like this. This is extremely low. So this is you're buying into effectively a bottom here, even though the bottom is potentially even lower than where we are right now. This is not a call saying $29.91, the absolute low. I am not saying that at all. We could easily come back down to that $22. We could easily wick into the teens. The Bollinger Band bottom on the monthly is sitting here at 1161, which is absolutely a target. I'm not suggesting that it is going to hit there, but it's absolutely a target. But when we're talking about risk to reward, the risk on this, even down to that Bollinger Band bottom, would be something along the lines of about 50%. Right? Remember, this is cryptocurrency we're investing in. This is not I don't know, the S&P or bonds. This is cryptocurrency. So yeah, 50% is a bit of a drag. This is why I suppose if you wanted to, you'd dollar cost average into some lows as they appear next year. What's the highs? Well, candle body highs. We've got the first one up here, which is a 500% move. Second one over here, which is a 600% move. The third one over here, which is a 720% move. And obviously the wick highs all the way up here, basically over a 10x. So the risk to reward is pretty good, regardless of whichever way you want to interpret this. This isn't something you would buy and check on a daily basis. This is something that you would buy incrementally with every significant move down, whether it be a 10% move down from today's price action or wherever. As you buy some today, and then you buy some more, and then you buy some more as the market consolidates, which is going to consolidate at some point. But the target is not anything, immediate. The target is going to be somewhere around here, which is going to be a couple of years away. We're looking to see new peaks on this around here. And look, you could probably revisit this video in a couple of years, and you'd go, oh yeah, of course it was going to do that. Of course, all the momentum is starting to shift. The weekly was looking good. This is still a little early. I would expect it to go lower. So let's face it, I'm not calling a bottom on this one right now. But I am looking for something to materialize on it. The thing is, on the daily, it's pretty rubbish. In all fairness, it's not really showing any major strength. It's a real lagger. We've not even got above a 200 exponential. Never mind golden crosses and all the good stuff. The 4 hour is going to be pretty wrecked city because it's basically been sort of dragging its feet up since 25. It's taken a long time to get to this level, and it hasn't managed to hold. There's also the idea that these privacy tokens, they're either make or break, really. Exchanges might be forced to get rid of them if they're trying to clean their act up, because obviously privacy tokens do, well, they encourage, I suppose, criminal trading, really, and washing of funds. So there is that. There is the chance that something like this could just get delisted because an exchange is like, well, you know what, we want to trade crypto, we want to do this, but do we want to, put our neck out and say privacy tokens are something that we want to do? Or it could go the complete other way. The reason being is that CBDCs are now becoming more apparent. They're also going live, which means that actually, hang on a minute, there might be a legitimate reason why we would want to use privacy tokens. And in fact, no, I think that people should be allowed to use those, and I will stick my neck out and argue the case for them. So it can go either way. There's benefits to them, clearly. There's also a drawback for investment if you think about it from that perspective. So it's not from a fundamental perspective, there's a case both sides as to why there's a risk in holding it and also why there's a benefit to holding it. Either way, I'm in. I'm not going to go too hard on this, but probably larger than your average Joe. It's not going to break the bank, but if it were to work out, it would be pretty sweet. So it's not a small investment I'm putting in on this one, but it's also not by any means the largest. Right, so I am going to leave it with you there. It's just a bit of food for thought, and like I say, it's not a call. This isn't something that you can come back in a week from now and go, yeah, you were right because it went up 10%, or yeah, you were wrong because it went down 10%. This is something that we would look at in around mid to late 2025 and see if the chart actually did materialize into a major uptrend, which I think it's going to, because I can see the momentum on the higher term timeframes turning up, and it's got plenty of room to run, especially when you look at it on that monthly. It's got absolutely plenty of room to run. We've got all the way to here basically to make this chart explode, and it has in the past, and I think it will certainly do that again. But this is just what I'm saying. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. I like the chart. I'm mostly about charts, to be fair. I'm absolutely all about the chart. But you do have to think about, when you're going to leave capital invested in something for effectively, 2 years really, 18 months, 2 years, you do have to have a little think about what it is that you are buying and holding, because, things can happen. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.